Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, we're loading up some 45 Colt. We're using Starline brass. We are using lead eyes for 45 Colt. We're using Acme 255 grain semi-wad cutter bullets. These cute things right here. We'll get the shadow off of it. All right, so we're gonna load those up. We're loading them here on the Redding press, and we're using a scoop. The reason we're using the scoop is because we're loading Trail Boss powder. When I use Trail Boss powder, most of the time I just use a scoop. Trail Boss is a big powder. I don't know if we can show it on camera, but it's a big, round, Cheerio looking type powder, and because of that, it doesn't meter very good in some of my precision equipment, so I go precision with the scoop. It works just fine. But we already have a few loaded up, and this is what the final product looks like. Whenever I load off the Redding press here, I always do everything in two stages as one, okay? It makes it easier for me. So I resize the brass, and then I flare the brass as one step, and I add the primer. Then I come over, and we already have the Acme bullets inside the case with the powder, and I go ahead and I seat and I crimp. I do it this way because it just makes it a whole lot faster. It's an easier process for me to go ahead and do everything in two stages. Oops, let me get a full stroke on that one. So you can see, it just makes it easier for me to do that. Makes it faster. All my load developments are, even a lot of times I'll just come over here and use the Redding press for a lot of my stuff, because it works great, especially for like stuff that I'm not going to shoot a lot, like a 45 ACP or the 44 Magnum or 44 Special. I just come over here to the Redding. It's fast enough. It gives me enough to shoot, to have some fun. But guys, I can't hardly recommend enough the T7 turret press, or any type of turret press, but the T7 is my go-to, and the one I would recommend. It's a heavy machine. It works great. It does it fast enough for most people. We also have some 44 short Colt that we're getting ready to load up too. But it just makes it a simpler process for me than to have to drag everything out and change up the Dillon 550. But this is my go-to press on these type of cartridges. You know, stuff that I'm not going to shoot a lot of, like 44 Casull, 454 Casull, 480 Ruger, or you know, the 45 long Colt, 44 Magnum, 44 Special, things like that. I like to come over and reload them on my Redding, and it puts out enough output to have fun at the range. Okay, also we're loading up some 45 Cowboy Special. Look at those little fellers right there. Okay, what we're using is Starline brass that was sent to us by Walter. Walter, I can't thank you enough for all that you do for the channel. I really, really appreciate it. I know it's taken me a long time to get to these 45 Cowboy Specials, and I apologize for that, but what we're loading them up is with some Acme bullets. These are the 160 grain round nose flat point. The 45 Cowboy Special compared to the Colt 45 is a whole lot smaller. It's not necessarily half, but I'm going to say two-thirds the size of a 45 Colt. So this 45 long Colt, this 45 Cowboy Special. Okay, remember that we loaded these up with a 255 grain bullet, and we're loading these up with a 160 grain bullet. It's the same process. How we're loading up these Cowboy Specials is we're taking a Lee 45 long Colt to resize it, and then we're using the Redding. These are Competition Pro Series die set. We're using the 45 ACP flare. Then we're using to seat with the 45 ACP. And then we're crimping with the 45 ACP that I use for revolvers. So the 45 long Colt is too large of a die too long, if you will. It won't go down far enough to actually seat, crimp the bullet. So therefore, I'm having to use 45 ACP dies to seat the bullets and to crimp the bullets. Got them all loaded up. Here are the 45 Colt, long Colt. And here are the 45 Cowboy Special. Okay, I only loaded up 20 of those because we're just going to test them and see and make sure that that's a good load data before we go making a whole bunch of them. But once again, I want to thank Walter for sending me those Cowboy Special brass. It was fun playing with them. I can't wait to take them out to the range and get them shot up and just see how they work and how light recoiling they are for a big bore cartridge. All right, guys, well, there's the video today. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you go check out Acme Bullets. Use the coupon code 053115 and it'll save you 10%. There you go, guys. 45 Colt, 45 Cowboy Special. Appreciate it. Thanks.